Morning. I'm servant. I'm Pisces. Giving some wisdom out today. Father got me shot up pretty good. The excellence of wisdom. This is for the fathers, the kings, the children, or the boys. Um, your princes. And, the point of it being is it's also to the queens and the princesses. It's called the excellence of wisdom. Dead flies cause the ointment of the adversary to send forth a stinking savor. So doeth a little folly him that is in the reputation from wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart is as his right hand, but folly's heart is at his left. Ye also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to every one that he is a folly. If the spirit of the ruler rises up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offences. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in a great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. This is understanding, mothers, fathers. This is of wisdom, the excellence of wisdom. I understand what the principalities put against you. Okay? Understand you're your own planet, you're your own world. Okay? You have a duty to the father to raise up good children. The point of understanding how good are children, well, look here, excellence of wisdom. Like I said, you got to wait till one day they're going to have to bury you. And look here, they don't know how. The excellence of wisdom. It's why you always take your children to wherever you go to a family funeral, to whatever it may be, a Thanksgiving, a wake, whatever it may be. The understanding of what wisdom's about. Knowledge, you get knowledge, but wisdom comes later. The understanding, dads, moms, that you're giving this wisdom out to these kids, you have to understand that if you have a problem with it, you're working too much. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're the point of afraid of running them down the road or whatever may be done. The Father has given you instruction on how to do these things. And it's right here in your book. The only book there is. So understand that when you're trying to give instruction and trying to do the right thing, stand up as an emperor or an empress. Tell them no, not happening. Don't open your mouth. Ain't happening. I've heard all the explanations I'm ever going to hear. This is the way it's going to be. If not, well, you've got certain ways of taking care of things, and you know how to do it. And you can listen to it for now and ever. And if they keep begging, keep coming, keep begging, just stay right on your high horse. Don't let them kick you. Don't let them beat you down over it. Well, I'll just do this. Right ahead. The thing about it is that they've been cut loose to deal with their own selves, and the principality give them authority over you. Guess what? You got to take your authority back. It's the world as it is now. I've been out here traipsing around. Like I said, I went to Kentucky and met with this little old gal. She's 21 years old, and she was a pagan. Okay, understand where that come from, how that happened, and is that what your children are going to? That's the only device that they can think of to make up something in their own head. To say, oh, well, I can be a toad. Or I can be this, I can do this. I can transform my life in the wrong way. Uh, but understand that how these people got here and how it happened. They didn't have such a good childhood. They didn't know how to have a good childhood. Everybody was always trying to satisfy themselves. And satisfaction is what caused all this, disobedience to the Father. You got to have some kind of understanding that judgment is real easy to get. If you're not following in obedience to the Father in your life, in your children's life, what do you got? You got a bunch of hoodlums out the other side? Or what do you got? Now, back in the day when I was raised up, sure, you had a few hoodlums, but everybody duked it out to make sure that, it didn't always have a problem with it. And it was settled. But now you can't settle anything because everything's under principality. But understand that the decrees that have been issued and the principality pushing against you was not there by the Father, okay? I explained decrees, how they come forward, Ashtara, how all these leadings are left forward. And it wasn't because that you knew about it. Like I said, I don't understand how somebody hasn't already preached on it or talked about it, because all these things were carried forward, not as far as in between. They were just jumped to this timeline. And they've been used heavily against the people. And this is where you're at. You're going to go to digital coin. You're going to go all these things. Understand that, I'm in digital, okay? I understand at any point in time that they'd say, guess what? We're going to make it like the UK. If you do not have these digital IDs or have these things, you can't work. Well, guess what? I'll pull all my stuff out and I'll bandit ship them. Won't bother me a bit. They can have their tax money after that. But understand that the wisdom that you have to give these children that's going forward. They may seem like they're smarter than you in all things, okay? But they're not. They have no idea. I've been watching AI generation stuff for quite some time. I dealt in Chat GPT, and, I'm working with things that I've never worked with before. But I understand it for what it is. It can be a misleading tool. The point of it is, are you smarter than that tool? It depends on what you're using it for. Well, understand excellence of wisdom, okay, by the Father. And these are things that you have to really cling on to, because if not, the veil will be over your face again, and you'll walk right off into the slaughter, okay? This is not a fun and games thing. This is a life thing, okay? Where are you sending your children to? What's happening with this situation here? What's that? Have you discussed it with your children? Do your children know how to care? Do they know how to interpret? Because look here, they don't. They know how to interpret. Don't walk out in front of the truck. But as far as, is this going to hinder you or help you? Is this going to be a detriment to your goodwill? Whatever it may be. But understand that, of the love of the Father, stand in your precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. And as you run your testimonies from front to back to find out who you are and what you are, you're a child of the Most High God. There's no in between to that. You're here for a purpose. Spend that time with Him for an hour a day. You're good to go. But understand that the part of being worthy of understanding the wisdom, you're worthy. You're the most wonderful children of God. You're worthy. Okay? No matter what it would be. Just understand that you have to be the buckler too. And kings, queens, you got to rise to an emperor and empress. That's what you have to do. Moms, dad, back each other's play. I see that an awful lot. They won't back you. You won't back each other's play. Well, understand that when you slip that ring on the finger, that meant you're going to back their play, because that's ordained by God. Anyways, got you for 10 minutes. I am servant. I am Pisces. I hope y'all have a better one and a great one today.